When chaos knocks on your door, will you be ready to protect what's yours? Imagine a world where everyday norms are flipped on their head. A world where the rule of law wavers, and streets once safe now echo with the footsteps of desperation. In such times, the difference between those who survive and those who flounder often boils down to preparation. Being proactive about safeguarding your essentials isn't just wise, it's necessary. Today, we peel back the curtain on a reality that many hope to never face: the threat of looters in times of crisis. These aren't just opportunistic thieves, they are survivors like you and me, pushed to the edge. Therefore, hiding and protecting certain items becomes a strategy, not just for preserving possessions, but for ensuring safety and maintaining normalcy. From the energy sustaining your home to the food in your pantry, we're about to dive into the top 8 items you absolutely must shield from prying eyes. Stay tuned as we delve into the crucial items you need to hide right away. First up, solar panels, the silent power suppliers. In an era where reliance on the grid can be a gamble, solar panels emerge as a beacon of self-sufficiency. However, their visibility and value make them a prime target in times of crisis. Imagine a scenario where the power grid fails. Solar panels become not just useful but essential. This makes them incredibly attractive to those looking to pilfer what they can in desperate times. To protect these valuable assets, consider camouflage. Non-reflective coatings can be applied to reduce glare and visibility from a distance, blending your panels into the surroundings. Another effective strategy is strategic landscaping. Planting tall shrubs or constructing trellises can obscure the view of your solar setups from prying eyes without impeding their function. Remember, the goal is to keep your solar panels as inconspicuous as possible while maintaining their efficiency. By taking these precautions, you ensure that your sustainable power source remains just that, a sustainable source for you alone. Keep your source of light and power just that, yours and hidden. Next, let's shine a light on precious metals. Gold and silver are not just shiny trinkets, they're highly sought after in times of crisis. Their allure isn't just in their beauty or traditional value, but in their compactness and ease of transport. These characteristics make them prime targets for looters when law and order are on shaky ground. To safeguard these valuable assets, consider the art of concealment. Creating hidden compartments within your home can be a clever way to keep your treasures out of sight. Think about modifying everyday furniture or spaces, perhaps a false bottom in a drawer or a secret panel behind a family portrait. For those who prefer an extra layer of security, a safety deposit box in a reputable bank offers peace of mind. Here, your metals are not only hidden, but also protected by advanced security measures. Remember, out of sight means out of mind and out of looters' hands. Now, turning our attention to generators, your power lifeline. In the midst of a power outage, a generator is more than just a tool. It becomes a beacon of normalcy, powering essential devices and lights. However, this makes them highly attractive to those who might be looking for valuable items to take. Generators are not just expensive, they are indispensable during electrical disruptions. This dual value makes them prime targets for theft. To mitigate this risk, it's crucial to take proactive steps to secure your generator. One effective method is to use robust locks and chains, ensuring that removing the generator would be a noisy and time-consuming task for any potential thief. Additionally, consider housing your generator in a soundproof enclosure. Not only does this reduce the noise, making it less of a beacon for unwanted attention, but it also keeps the generator out of sight. An out-of-sight generator is out of mind for thieves. Secure your generator, maintain your peace. Moving on to vehicles, your escape or survival tool. In times of turmoil, vehicles aren't just modes of transport. They become lifelines, essential for evacuation and accessing resources. Yet precisely because of their value, vehicles are prime targets for looters. The risk to vehicles goes beyond mere theft. Vandals or desperate individuals might damage or siphon parts, leaving you stranded when you most need mobility. Therefore, concealing your vehicle is as crucial as locking it. A visible car can tempt fate with looters prowling for easy targets. For those with access to a garage, the solution might seem straightforward. Keep your vehicle locked away from prying eyes. However, if a garage isn't an option, consider using vehicle covers. These not only shield your car from elements, but also make it less conspicuous, blending it into the surroundings and reducing the risk of theft. Implement these strategies to safeguard your vehicle, ensuring it remains ready and operational yet discreet. Keep your getaway ready, but unseen. Fuel, more valuable than gold in a crisis. In the throes of a disaster, when the grid falters and the usual conveniences fade, fuel becomes a lifeline. It powers not just vehicles for movement, but also generators, essential for maintaining light, warmth, and communication. This dual necessity makes fuel a prime target for looters, who are quick to recognize its pivotal role in survival scenarios. The savvy survivor knows the key to retaining their fuel supply isn't just in having it, but in concealing it effectively. Opt for nondescript containers over flashy, label-marked cans that scream valuable contents inside. These containers should blend seamlessly with their surroundings, drawing no attention to themselves. Moreover, the areas where fuel is stored must be doubly secured. Locks, disguised access points, and even decoy setups can all play a part in safeguarding your precious reserves. By ensuring these measures are in place, you deter those who might be scouting for easy plunder. Fuel hidden is fuel secured. Lastly, let's not forget about food, your basic necessity. In times of upheaval, a robust food supply isn't just a comfort, it's a lifeline. However, it's also one of the first targets for looters as resources become scarce. The key to safeguarding your supplies is not just in having them, but in keeping them hidden. Imagine the advantages of diversifying your storage locations. By spreading your food stores across multiple, unassuming spots, you minimize the risk of losing everything in one fell swoop. Think about using spaces like the backs of closets, under beds, or even buried caches in your yard. Moreover, creativity can serve as your best defense. Consider installing false bottoms in bins, or constructing hidden compartments in existing furniture. These methods can effectively camouflage your supplies, making them nearly invisible to prying eyes. Remember, in a survival situation, visibility is vulnerability. A hidden pantry is a pantry preserved. To wrap up, let's quickly recap the essentials you need to hide from looters. Starting with solar panels, these beacons of self-sufficiency must be concealed to prevent them from becoming obvious targets. Whether it's using camouflage, installing them in less visible locations, or employing security measures, the goal is to maintain their functionality while keeping them out of plain sight. Next, we discussed precious metals. These tangible assets often become highly desirable in times of economic instability. Securing them in hidden safes or safety deposit boxes and avoiding overt discussions about them will shield your investments from prying eyes and grasping hands. Generators, your lifeline during power outages, also require safeguarding. Keeping them inconspicuous, locked up, and possibly muffling their sound can deter attention and theft. Remember, the quieter and more hidden your generator, the better. When it comes to vehicles, they are not just transportation, they are escape mechanisms. Parking them out of sight, using anti-theft devices, and keeping keys secure are all strategies to ensure that your vehicle stays where you left it. Fuel, the lifeblood of many of our modern conveniences, must also be stored discreetly and securely. Using nondescript containers and keeping storage areas locked can prevent significant losses during chaotic times. And finally, food, your ultimate lifeline. Storing provisions in various hidden spots around your home, using unmarked containers, and maintaining a rotation system will not only keep your supplies safe, but also fresh. Each of these items represents a cornerstone of stability in unstable times. By employing thoughtful strategies to protect and conceal these assets, you are not just preparing for potential threats, but actively fortifying your independence and safety. Preparation doesn't start with the crisis, it starts today. Secure these items now and ensure your resilience in the face of chaos.